Okay, then we should be good. All right. Yo, what is up, YFD fam? How are we doing today? I will be interviewing the man, the myth, the legend, the up and coming rising star, Josh himself. Josh, what do you got
Yes,
going for me?
sir. Well, dreams do come true, and they come true a lot faster than you think they will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love to hear that. All right. So first question I had for you is basically just how did you kind of get into this whole online TikTok, like that entire space? Like how did this come about? How did you join YFD? All that.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting story. I don't believe in coincidences, and essentially, I've been in business for about 6 years, just online business, e-commerce, just pretty much what every teenager tried to make money online, right? And I fell into copywriting because I was just really good at it and it always got compliments, always got results. So I started doing that for a while until eventually I started working with this. I'm not sure I can mention his name, but this nine-figure entrepreneur, which is
Mhm.
like the legend
Yeah.
of his industry.
Uh-huh.
And when we started working together, it was just kind of a mutual understanding that you're valuable and you're valuable too. So we're
Mhm.
gonna do something together, but we don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So eventually we came out with this concept of like this. We are both super into manifestation, spirituality, and journaling.
Hmm.
And I asked him a question once about one of his phrases that he has written everywhere. He has it tattooed in his arm. And he just told me, dude, we should turn this into a book. So we turned it
Yeah.
into a book. And he told me, okay, book is great, but right now all the money is on TikTok Shop. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of this. I was like, no,
Mhm.
I don't even have TikTok. I freaking hate TikTok.
Yeah.
Never gonna do anything there. But he's like, no, the money's on TikTok. Trust me, as your mentor, as your friend, learn this skill. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'll learn how to run a brand on TikTok Shop. And that was the mindset, right? So
Mhm.
eventually one thing led to another, and uh, the brand was doing good. We had like the number two best-selling journal on TikTok Shop at the moment.
Hey, that's fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And eventually he had some fires to put out in other businesses, so he cut all the funding to the TikTok Shop, put it on pause. But I had a journal, so I was like, well, I can make content.
Yeah.
So even though we couldn't hire creators anymore, I had the journal, so I said, okay, let me try this out.
Hmm.
I debated about whether or not I should do content for like 2 weeks because I was actually kind of against it. But that's the most beautiful lesson that I could have learned is when you do something that you're not so sure about, you get past that discomfort.
Hmm.
Turns out you're gonna feel something that you never felt before. So I discovered that I really, really liked
Yes.
it.
Dude, I'm
So,
telling you, a lot of people are quick to kind of shit on the content game, but like
mhm.
there's real money to be made here. And not only that, it's like it's fun. You enjoy doing it. And especially
Yeah.
seeing yourself grow as a creator is one of the most like rewarding things to see.
Bro, here's what I'm gonna say about growing as a creator is that it's a journey of self-discovery.
Hmm.
Because when I started, I was just copying everything I saw that I thought was pretty cool.
Yep.
And as I started to become better and better, it was this journey of going from what I thought everybody should like or would like to just making content that I personally like and
Hmm.
seeing that and understanding and discovering my truth, sharing that with the world. And I discovered that that's what the people needed to hear from me.
Hmm.
And it's a beautiful discovery, just personal journey as much as it is a business journey as much as it's
Yes,
everything.
sir.
It's beautiful.
Facts. Facts. So how'd you find YFD in specific? Because I feel like you were kind of new to YFD pretty recently, right?
Yeah, I think I've been there maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
And you're already like well on your way. That's insane.
yeah, dude, I'll crack 10K this month. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's crazy. But
So
so
I
how'd you
joined
exactly find YFD?
maybe 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
I knew about Rob, I knew about Jimmy because obviously these guys are the top dogs in the space. If
Yep.
you ever research as a brand about TikTok Shop, you hear those two names.
Hmm.
Now, funny enough. Jimmy always references my mentor as one of the guys to learn from.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can work with this guy when I was still running the brand. So
Yeah.
I messaged him and I got on the phone with Gavin for CC. I
Hmm.
just like tried to reach out to them in every single possible scenario, but they're picky.
They
They
are.
wouldn't work with us. So eventually, um, I started actually doing the content myself, and I already knew about them. I was already pretty certain, but it was one of those things where you start going on TikTok and you start hearing about people that joined CC. And then you start researching about how to make better content, and you
Hmm.
start hearing about people in CC
Yep.
above any other just industry or like media agency or anything like that. It was always going back to CC for me at least.
Hmm.
And eventually I wasn't at a point where I could invest in CC, so I invested into YFD because I figured, well, okay, this is the first step.
Yes, sir.
Um, I started doing the 222 journal for TSG. So
Uh-huh.
I was speaking with Santerre because I was the top affiliate for them at that point in time. Um, and I was like, well, maybe I can speak to them and work more directly with them because I know that this has a lot of potential um, with the right content, with the right like if I get the right guidance, I know that I can make even better content.
Hmm.
So I joined YFD, I joined CC, and like I said, I wasn't in a point where I could invest much into it.
Yeah.
But I just took whatever I could and I started thinking about what it would be like to have more money to invest. And bro, I
Yeah.
manifested 50 grand like literally 2 days later.
Yeah. That's insane. That's
So
crazy. Yeah. No,
then that's it.
YFD.
Everything took off
Yeah.
after.
Dude, literally, that's what's up. Like the community in CC is crazy. I mean, the thing is, the community in YFD is also really good, but I mean, you can't compare it to
Incredible.
CC. I mean,
They
how long have you
both,
been in CC for now? What, 5 days?
I joined the week after I joined YFD probably.
Okay. Yeah,
So maybe a week and a half, let's say.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, all
But
right, moving on.
YFD,
Like,
here's the
keep
thing,
going.
right? The difference between CC and YFD is YFD got me to realize how much I didn't know,
Hmm.
even though I thought I knew stuff about content creation. Because again, I've been doing Facebook ad creatives and stuff for ages.
Hmm.
And when I joined CC, it was like a big eye opener as well, that there's so much more to learn that you
Yes,
didn't
sir.
know.
So
But
much.
it's joining was like an immediate change. I think I posted a picture of this where I sold probably $400 all of like from March 1st to March 22nd, which is
Hmm.
around when I joined uh, YFD.
Hmm.
And then March 22nd to the end of March, and I had already sold like double that.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy because the thing is, especially in the creator game, your progress, it's like here, 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 you see a little bit, see a little bit, and then it just goes straight up. Like
Exponential.
it's exponential. And so, like I'd say you're right here. You're gonna go
Catching
like
that
this
curve,
very
bro.
soon, my guy. Very soon. It's gonna
Yeah.
be insane. Um, yeah. So one of my other questions is, what was like your first video to kind of blow up and like had that feel as like a
Oh, dude. So th before I joined the YFD, this is a great testimonial for you, by the way, because I can pull this up. Um, let's see. Do you have the screen share permissions on?
um I think I do. Oh, all right, bang. Should be good.
Okay. So I have this video here. I did this probably. So I did an iteration before that one, this one here, and it got really good views, right? 1.9 million views,
Hmm.
and I was just getting a little bit of traction with using clips.
Hmm.
But these weren't converting. So this one didn't get a single sale.
Hmm.
This got maybe one or two.
Yep.
Another one with 1.3 million views. I don't know if it got any sales.
Yeah.
And eventually I made this one. I think just as I joined YFD or maybe a little bit before it, but I didn't really know much.
Hmm.
Got 9 million views, and I
Yeah.
think it's only gotten around 20 sales for
Yeah.
9 million.
See,
So
so
it's
it's so easy to be a creator. It's hard to be like a shop seller.
right. But I think those were the videos that started really, really, really doing well.
Hmm.
And I when when I saw that, it was both exciting. I was like, oh, I figured out how to go viral.
Hmm.
But at the same time, there was this feeling of not defeat, but just obviously some kind of disappointment
Yeah.
that then just really got me hungry. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I know if I can grab that same concept
Hmm.
and actually turn it into something like get 9 million people to view this product in the right frame and like and framing the product correctly,
Yeah.
this could probably make hundreds of thousands of dollars in
Literally.
my pocket.
Literally.
So it gave me this intense hunger, and just that's when I really started to take it crazy. I started to go crazy, started to try out everything,
Hmm.
asking so much feedback from you, from
Hmm.
Cam, and always super, super motivating hearing the feedback because you guys are very, very sweet. You you give me really, really positive notes, and I was like, oh, okay. Always heard two things mainly is like, oh, every time I see you, it's like immediate authority figure. I was like, okay, I gotta use that somehow.
Yeah.
And the other thing was storytelling, right? You
Mhm.
had very good storytelling. You just need to make it more engaging. So
Yeah.
I
That,
took
that was
those
my
two
point.
concepts.
Yeah.
I took those two concepts and I started doing the content that I've been doing recently, which is I'll share it as well on the screen. And I just started recreating and also told me to look at the camera, which also helped.
Hmm.
Um, so I started recreating my best performing videos with this new understanding. And I had tried a bunch of things. I was experimenting with hooks here, see,
Yeah.
making them more visual, different styles,
Uh,
clips, just tried a bunch of things. And here I got into actually this new style, which is what
yeah.
has been working for me, which is what I do now. And it's this storytelling based style around this product
Hmm.
and how this product was like silenced in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Um, and
Dude, look how
these,
much your videos have improved. Like that video, I'm just looking at the preview of it compared to like what
Mhm.
it was before is like already 10 times better just visually.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And all of these that I have done, except for one, I believe, this one,
Hmm.
in this style, have all gotten me really, really good results. But I figured out what works for me, and I just keep repeating that formula. And I think
Yeah.
that's the key with everything here.
Yeah. Dude, literally, that's the entire formula. Is you got to figure out what style works for you and then pretty much rinse and repeat. And then you can keep going with that, keep going with that. And then eventually styles will dry out a little bit, but then you find another one and keep going with that. And so like one of the key concepts to being a creator is just learning how to adapt quickly,
Mm.
adapt and change. And like what you've done so quickly, because 3 weeks ago, your content did not look like that.
No, no, no. But that's the thing as well is I spend most of my day just looking at how does my audience think, basically. I created my feed to be what I think my audience is like usually watching.
Hmm.
So then it's really easy for me to get video ideas or just some kind of concept or angle that maybe I didn't think about before.
Hmm.
Because I just try to understand deeply, deeply, deeply what does the audience resonate with? What would make them stop scrolling?
Hmm.
And then do I specifically how can I specifically present that best? Because you hear my voice, I'm not, I don't have a super animated voice. I don't speak particularly quickly. I speak
Hmm.
slowly, I speak somewhat eloquently.
Yeah.
Um, and for me, that mysterious, suspenseful style, that one works really well.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like I see me, I don't think I could do that. I don't think that would work with my voice, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good stuff. So my next question is, how is the YFD community like help you kind of grow? from like being like a super base level beginner, like barely knowing anything about content to kind of like getting those first couple steps into like learning, slowly growing into the career you are now.
Yeah, so the biggest thing I would say is just the journaling, the
Mm-hmm.
mindset, the
100.
community, is having people that think like you around you. Because
Yep.
we, as just people that live in this regular society, we spend a lot of time around naysayers. Maybe you live with your parents, and your parents don't really even understand what's going on. If it's even like they don't think it's a career.
Hmm.
Uh, Seeing the results, seeing other people doing it really
Yeah.
gives you this undying belief that if he can do it, I can do it too. I know my videos can be that good or better.
Hmm.
And sometimes, here's the beauty of TikTok Shop, and I think why it's so easy for people to get started is sometimes you see some TikToks that are just so simple. Literally, somebody that just like is filming the
Literally.
product, super shaky, whatever, and they make so much money with them.
Yeah.
So, from the beginning, when I was running a brand, I saw these videos getting sales, and I was like, I can dominate this. I,
Hmm.
I if I can really do this.
Yeah.
In YFD, it gave me that effect times 1,000 because I saw people that were actually making like posting 4K uh weeks,
Hmm.
4K uh days sometimes. Like
Yeah.
there was a lady that did like 11K in a day or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, so it that's a big part of it. And also just super big shout out to the journaling, the mindset,
Hmm.
because when I first started TikTok Shop, my goal was I'm going to be the number one affiliate in the manifestation space.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I went into the daily virals and I started to search up manifest, right? And I clicked on all of the products in manifestation
Uh-huh.
and I found three videos that were not mine.
Yeah.
Every single
Every other
other
single other one was
box
yours.
was my video.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
That is
So
so fire. Oh my gosh.
it's one of those things where you visualize it, you journal it, and you don't know when or how it's gonna show up, but
Hmm.
when you are that, there is gonna be undeniable proof that it is true, that that is you and that you have made that change,
Hmm.
that you have created that.
100%. I couldn't agree more. And so that's why, like, especially in YFD, when I joined Creators Corner first, when I first got into this whole thing, and like the journaling completely shifted my mindset of like my whole life. Because I used to never journal. I would always be like journaling's nonsense. Like I'm not like some like weirdo or whatever. And my whole like concept of it was completely skewed.
Mhm.
And then I started it. I was consistent with it for a month, and I noticed my whole like mental framework changed. And it was like if you can write it down on a piece of paper and think about it in your mind, you can make it happen in real life. And it's crazy because right as you start writing stuff down, it starts happening. It's literally almost like magic. It's crazy. And I know you literally experienced it too, so that's awesome.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest thing that I learned from just the journey that I have gone through with journaling, because it started around the time that I did YFD, is you have to just enjoy the journey.
Hmm.
You write it down, you let it go, and you just realize that you're now experiencing that which you wrote down. Might
Hmm.
not be right now, but you are experiencing it.
It's in your
You are experiencing
subconscious.
100%. That's it, bro. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. That's so fire. Let me see what else I got for questions here. Um, okay. If you had to give someone one piece of advice who is like thinking about joining YFD, kind of getting on this journey of being a shop creator, they've seen people make tons of money, they're like, want to get on this, but I'm just holding back. Like, what would your advice be to them?
This is the best advice that I received from one of my mentors, and he asked me a question, and he said, Josh, are you interested or are you committed? And I immediately said, bro, I'm committed. I was not committed in that moment. It was just, I wanted to be committed. I really, really wanted to be committed.
Hmm.
But that question goes much deeper than just what you think it is.
Hmm.
It goes into, are you willing to be that person now? Are you willing to choose that, to make that decision about being a content creator and keep making that decision?
Hmm.
Are you re ready and willing to jump into the pool with both feet, not holding on to anything, and not
Yeah.
look back?
Yeah.
Because if you are, trust me, $50 is nothing. That's what YFD is, right?
Yeah. It's 50 a month.
50 a month is nothing based off of the value. Do like even if you just use the opportunities tab, you can make your money with sending product reviews. Like
Yeah. You can make
even
it
if
like
you do
literally the
nothing
day
else.
back, the day you join, you can literally make it back.
100%. Like the value, even as somebody that's in CC, I still go to YFD. I do product reviews because hey, free money, why
I
not?
mean, it's like people literally just put in there, it's like, all right, buy the product, I'll reimburse you the product cost plus $20. And it's like takes 2 seconds and it's just free money.
Free money. Yeah. And yeah, to those people that are on the fence, is just really sit down with yourself, really ask yourself if, like, what is the future that you see for yourself? What is the vision that you have? The grandest, most greatest vision that you have for yourself?
Hmm.
Does that path involve content creation? Does that
Hmm.
path involve TikTok shop? Because like it's not about the avenue that's going to get you to where you want to be. It's about the journey.
Hmm.
And
That's sauce right there. I love that. It
if
is
the
about the journey.
journey if the journey leads you, if you know that the journey is going to lead you down this road, just experience the journey. Allow yourself to experience all the beautiful sides of it.
Hmm.
The ups, the downs, the scarcity. Just allow yourself to experience it if you're afraid of losing $50.
Hmm.
Because then when you have faith and that money comes back to you multiplied,
Hmm.
that scarcity turns into abundance.
Hmm. Facts. Facts, my brother. That is sauce right there. Yeah, like I see too many times a lot of people when they first join, they're like, they don't blow up right away, like this isn't for me. And I'm like, you've been here for a week. Like, you can't expect it. Like, we've had some people, I mean, I know your success was super quick, but we've had some people, it's taken them like 2 to 3 months to
Yeah.
see that first viral video. But then once they see it first, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. So it's
Mhm.
like, it's literally, it compounds and it's all about momentum. But once you start getting the momentum, it's hard to slow down.
Yeah.
You're just once it clicks, it clicks. But yeah.
And I don't want people to get the wrong idea with me and my journey because it seems super quick on the surface. Um, but I have been creating ads. I have generated multiple seven figures with just like creatives, essentially
Hmm.
storytelling,
Yep.
VSLs, and like this was just another aspect of that wheelhouse that allowed me. And here's the thing, right? It's not that that ex essentially translates, but when you're breaking down other videos for a living to make better content, basically doing the 80/20 on other videos,
Yeah.
um, you kind of learn to recognize the patterns in the videos, which is really what has allowed me to have such accelerated growth. Is if I know how to test my videos, and you can see if you go to my profile, you'll see that I post the same video 2 or 3 times. Sometimes
Hmm.
it's different lengths, sometimes different hooks. I just split test different aspects of the video to see what's working best.
Hmm.
And I just took that mentality of marketer
Yep.
into TikTok Shop to get that accelerated results because now I'm understanding a little bit more and a little bit more every single day
Hmm.
of what I should do. And I think right now I've cracked the formula or bro, I say that, but I know it can get so much
It
better.
can. You've like I feel like you've scratched like the surface, but
Yeah.
and it's like you've gotten like a little taste, and you just wait. I cannot wait to like come back and do like another interview in like 2 to 3 months, and I'd be like, how Josh got to like from 3K a month to like 25K a month or something crazy, like 50K a month. Because I just know it's gonna happen.
Soon, bro. Soon. Yeah. Well, I kind of want to just like schedule an interview 3 months out or something like
We
that.
should. We should. Anyone who's watching this, like the day it comes out, wait 3 months. You're gonna see
I'll
Josh
be back.
again. He'll
I'll
be
be
back.
back.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's all I got, my man. Thank you for your time and thank you for dropping some sauce in this interview. That was great. And the whole point of these interviews and posting them on YouTube is to show people that like anyone can do this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like you can literally have no experience, literally not know anything, and you can make it happen within like 3 months if you
Yeah.
really put yourself to it. So,
Yeah, I hated anything to do with TikTok. Now I
mhm.
freaking love it and it's paying all my bills and more.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Exactly. Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, that's all I got. Guys, I'll see you in the next interview, but this is a great first interview that I've done. Shout out
hey,
to
first
Josh.
one?
Yeah, this is the first one I'm doing.
Nice. I'm honored, bro. I'm honored.
Yeah. This
I
this
actually
this is gonna be hard to top.
just wait for the next one, guys.
Yeah.
Actually, like I want to share one more thing, bro, and it's
Mhm.
I legitimately manifested this interview, bro.
Really?
Yeah, because my goal since like not goal. The way I see myself on TikTok is I'm joining this to experience what would it be like to be the go-to guy on
Mhm.
TikTok Shop, whether it's on the
Mhm.
brand side or the creator side. Like, what would it be like to be the one that everybody looks to as like, oh, that's the guy on TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
So I was imagining myself having interviews with the people in YFD, with
Mhm.
CC, with Jimmy, with
Mhm.
Rob, just
Yeah.
everybody. And I think it was like maybe 3 days later, you messaged me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is awesome. Love to hear that. But yeah,
Don't sleep on the manifestation, guys.
do not. Literally do not. That's awesome. All right, well, that's all I got. I'm gonna end the recording right now. See you guys in the next interview.